Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and a very warm welcome to our certificate and awards ceremony for 2023. By way of introduction and welcome, I would like to acknowledge our honored guests who are in attendance here this morning. Firstly, a warm welcome to our CEO, Dr. Chris van der Hoofen, members of EXCO, and also our keynote speaker, Dr. Morne Mostert. From Lincoln University, Professor Tracy White, our members of SBS Ed faculty and personnel, and of course, also special welcome to all our company representatives, family members, and friends who are present here. And finally, and most importantly, to all of our esteemed SBS Ed participants. Today is all about you, and we hope that you take the time to savor the moments that an event such as this brings. Now, to create some context to what we're celebrating here, I thought I want to share a story with you. So this is the story of Jess. Jess grew up on the other side of the track, the wrong side of the track, other side of the highway, other side of the N1, whatever you want to call it. One of 5 children, the middle child, of course. Her parents, they never went hungry, but her parents weren't particularly affluent either. So inevitably it ended up with Jess living with, hand-me-down clothes from her older sister. She often got teased for this at school. At the age of 16, she started working as a casual sales assistant at one of the prominent retailers. She did well. After a while, she became a casual supervisor, a student supervisor, and then eventually became weekend manager. When she matriculated, she didn't do particularly well. And even if she had done well, her parents wouldn't have had enough money to send her to varsity, to further her studies. So she decided to pursue a career in retail. She stuck with a retailer. She worked as a sales assistant, worked hard, really worked hard. But she enjoyed it. She really enjoyed it. It was better than school. School in her mind was, all she learned at school was how to memorize things. So at least now she could practically apply things, and she enjoyed it. About a year into her journey at this retailer, they started advertising for trainee managers. And Jess applied. Her application was successful, and she joined the trainee program. And after 6 months, successfully completed the program and was appointed as a departmental manager. She was very proud of this. She worked well again. It was long hours, but she enjoyed it. She worked as a departmental manager. Eventually, she got her own department in the food section, and people started noticing her. But all along, Jess had this niggling sense of, I'm not good enough. I'm not, the other people, when they speak, I don't quite sort of follow the conversations. Even though I'm doing well, it feels like I don't really belong here. Nevertheless, other people started noticing her and realized that she has a lot of potential. So this company then embarked on a relationship with SBS Ed, where they send people on development programs. And Jess was one of those fortunate ones that was nominated to attend this management development program at SBS Ed. Initially, it was quite tough. There was a lot of work, it was long hours. She in the interim had also met a special friend, let's call him John. And it went well, but she really enjoyed her studies. And the reason why she enjoyed it so much was because even though it was based in theory, it was actually quite practical in nature as well. She could, after study school, go back to work and apply what she learned to a point where actually she started looking forward to the study schools because it was special. She felt that she got practical value out of the studies. And so she went through the program. She really worked hard. She even enjoyed the team projects, working with people from other industries, from other countries. And so she went through the program. She didn't end up as a top student, but certainly amongst the top 25%. All along, though, Jess still had this nagging thing that, I don't belong here. At a point, people are going to catch me out. But she went through the program, and as I said, she really did well. And this letter I want to share with you is the letter that Jess wrote us a couple of weeks after completion of the program. So I made a couple of changes just to protect Jess's anonymity. So here's the letter from Jess. I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude for the way in which the management development program was facilitated. The expertise, guidance, and unwavering support have already made a positive impact on my professional growth and leadership skills. Your dedication to my learning and your willingness to share your own experiences have been truly inspiring. You not only provided me with knowledge and tools, but also served as a role model, showing me the qualities of an accomplished and respected leader. I learned to think. I learned to reflect. I learned to question. I learned to zoom out and see the world as a whole, with a W. I started understanding and appreciating that planning is actually more important than doing. But most importantly, I now know that I belong, that I do deserve my spot in the sun. This has changed my life, not just my professional life, but also my personal life. I am eternally grateful for the positive impact you've had on my journey. Now, ladies and gents, that is what we're celebrating. We believe that in positively changing and impacting people's lives, and thereby impacting the businesses, impacting society. And that is what we're celebrating today. My name is Thijs Pretorius, and I will be your Master of Ceremony at this morning's event. Firstly, a couple of practical arrangements, just to get us going. So housekeeping rules. We're going to ask you to please keep your video on during the ceremony as much as you can. We do understand that we have problems with Eskom, but please try and keep your videos on as much as you can. Please keep your mic off when speakers talk. Share your thoughts and comments in the chat. Applaud and celebrate. As a matter of fact, we're going to ask you, once we start with the proceedings, with the certificate ceremony, we're going to ask you to turn your speakers on, your mic on, and go wild. Scream, shout. We want the neighbors, the next door neighbors, to start moaning, because you're screaming and shouting and applauding as much. Please also download the virtual background. The link is in the chat, I believe. So yeah, please have a look at that and download that as well. We're also going to ask you to engage with us on social media, LinkedIn, Facebook, you'll see there on the screen, Instagram, Twitter, and so on. And please tag us at SPS Ed Award Ceremony 2023. The order of proceedings this morning, well, we're currently busy with the ceremony opening and the welcome. Shortly, I'm going to hand over to Dr. Chris van der Hoofen for the CEO's message. And then we're going to ask Selma Sidat to welcome you to the Alumni Association. Whereafter, we have the honor of listening to Dr. Mornay Mostert for the keynote address. We will then proceed with the certificate awards procession. Part one, we'll start with the management development programs. We have about 11 cohorts this morning. After that, you'll be glad to know that we're going to take a 5-minute leg stretch. Not 7 minutes, 5 minutes. So those smokers, you're going to have to double clutch there to come in on the 5 minutes. Once we get back, and we're going to start promptly, 5 minutes, 5-minute leg stretch, we'll come back. We'll then proceed with the senior management procession. We'll conclude with the executive development participant or program. We'll do the final thank you, and then we'll close by 12:30. As I mentioned previously, please do stay online during the break, during that 5-minute break. Don't log off, stay online. As a matter of fact, if you can stay online for the full proceedings, even better so. In the spirit of gratitude and Ubuntu, please celebrate with all the participants right up to the end. You know, so you might be on the management development program here or now. In a year or two, you're going to be on the executive program. Then you're going to be cheesed off if only about 5% of the audience is still remaining when we get to your turn. And I'm sure you will truly appreciate a full house during the whole certificate ceremony. All right, so we've got all the planning and stuff, all the admin out the way. I'm now going to ask Dr. Chris van der Hoofen to share with us the CEO's message. So firstly, just as Chris makes his way, it's quite a distance to travel from where he's seated to the podium here. So just by way of introduction, so Dr. Chris van der Hoofen, Chris was appointed as CEO of SPS Ed in mid-2018. Prior to this, Chris held position of academic director at Wits Business School. He was a senior fellow at Cambridge, also a senior lecturer at Cranfield School of Management, visiting academic at 10 different schools, quite diverse, Stockholm, Nanjing, Mannheim, and locally Chris has taught strategy and innovation at UCT, GSB, and at Gibbs. Prior to joining the academia, Chris also worked in business. He worked at Group 5, and dare I say ESCOM, in South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. I think the thing that really sets Chris apart is the fact that he has thorough business understanding and business experience. He has worked with organizations large and small, some international, some global companies on international strategy. He understands what business is about. And at the same time, he has the solid grounding of having a PhD. So Chris, thank you very much for joining us this morning. If you can please step up.
Thank you very much. Good morning, everyone. You'll forgive me with, you maybe can't see this, but in front of me, I've got a couple of little bits and pieces. And my intention is to cite at random a few people whose work I think has relevance to you for what you are going through today and what you've been through, but also more importantly, what you might do next. So it's great to hear the story of Jess and to ask the question, what is it that we are celebrating? So perhaps I can ask you, each one of you, what it is that you are celebrating today. And I'll come back to that in just a moment. But between now and then, what I'd like to do is just to share these ideas, particularly the thoughts of people like Ken Wilber, people like Lawrence Kohlberg, and more specifically, someone called Robert Keegan, who is the gentleman who put together the notion of development theory, constructive development theory. So this would be something that if you've ever wondered what underpins the design of the learning that you go through, there would be a number of things, and this would be something that would influence that. What's interesting to me is that in his work, Robert Keegan had 5 kind of areas. He calls them minds, and in the middle, the biggest group of people. So most of us in the room are what he calls the socialized mind, and the socialized mind is almost also the civilized mind, in that we are part of a culture. We understand values and norms. We follow. We work within boundaries. We understand etiquette. We are diplomatic in our relationships and how we engage with people. And really, the socialized mind is the product of learning. And in his research, what he points out is that 58% of the working population, adult working population, is in that middle piece, which is the socialized mind. What should be of interest to you is the implication from a leadership point of view is what are the other areas, in this hierarchy below and above the socialized mind. So let's go up to start with. So one level up from the socialized mind. By the way, the system is hierarchical, and each step on the hierarchy includes a concept and an understanding and the type of meaning that is attributed to the previous phase. And so, for example, if you've been through the phase of being in the socialized mind, as you move to the next phase, you take that with you, it becomes part of your makeup. Each of these phases is about how you construct the world, and your learning changes the boundaries and the way in which you see that system. So the next level up from the socialized mind is what's called the self-authoring mind. And this is where you shift from being within somebody else's boundaries to being able to identify your own boundaries. What are your own principles? What are your own values? What's your own DNA, if you like? What is the trajectory that you will follow? So it's not so much about the group and the socialized element. It's now starting to be self-authored in a literal sense. You are starting to take a direction of your own. And whereas the socialized mind is inhabited by 58% of the adult working population, the self-authoring mind, which in the hierarchy is considered to be a level up from that, is about 35% of the working population. Now, what's sad but true is that one level down from the socialized mind is the so-called adolescent mind. And the adolescent mind, and by the way, below that is kind of an entry level, the infant mind. The infant mind is kind of literally when you're an infant, it's described, if you, for example, if you are playing with a very young toddler or an infant, and you are, making faces at them and then hide behind a wall, in their mind, you literally, that's confusing and frustrating because they have no concept of where you've gone. It's only later in their development that they are able to understand that you've hidden behind a wall. So you're still there, but you're just not visible to them. They literally, so the infant mind is very literal, and it's all about the senses, touch, feel, etc. The adolescent mind, I said, is slightly problematic. The reason is that the adolescent mind does what it says on the tin. It's very self-centered. It's very much about me and my needs. It's very much about it's my way or the highway. I can't see anybody else's point of view. I lack empathy. All of those kind of things. By the way, those of you that have got children might recognize that, particularly in the early and in some cases for a longer period of the teenage years, the adolescent mind is very much in evidence. You can't rationalize or try and make sense or argue with a teenager. They are right, and you are completely stupid if you're a parent. And that is the typical adolescent mind. Now, why is it a problem? It's a problem because in the adult working population, roughly 6% of people reside in the adolescent mind. So around you, there will be people who you can understand and work with because they are in the socialized space, and that's something that's means people can be a good team player, for example. But there will also be people who, very small proportion, but nevertheless they're there, of people who are in the so-called adolescent mind. So your progression is from the infant mind to the adolescent mind to the socialized mind to the self-authoring mind, and then there is one more phase, which is the phase that's called the self-transforming mind. And the self-transforming mind is when people reach a level of awareness and consciousness, and they construct reality from the point of view of recognizing that their own structure of the world, the way in which they construct what's around them, may be flawed. And so they look for other options, and they can cope with multiple different systems, and they can cope with that ambiguity. And in his research, he talks about, in his definition, you'll forgive me for just checking that I get the wording right here, because it's quite important. In the self-authoring mind, the leader learns to lead. In the self-transforming mind, the leader leads to learn. And I think that's such a lovely way of thinking about it. You find leadership opportunities because it helps you to learn rather than you are learning to lead. So from the socialized mind, where you're much more about being a team member and a follower, to the self-authoring mind, there's this shift to learning to lead. And then from that to the transforming mind, you are a leader that leads in order to learn. And there's all sorts of other things, for example, about problem solving, which is very interesting, but I'll come back to that in just a second. The one thing I did want to just point out, that's a little aside, but which is very important for those of you that are leading change management initiatives, is that people who are in the socialized mind, if you shift to the next level, which is the self-authoring mind, and have your own opinion and are going in your own direction, the problem that you have there, and the problem you need to recognize, is that what that does sometimes is it triggers people in the socialized mind because they feel like you've abandoned them. They feel like their sense of how they've constructed the world is being attacked. And so you have to be super aware of how you cope with and help them through in that particular thing. So for example, if you are, he uses a couple of, Robert Keegan uses a couple of really good examples, but from a work point of view, if suddenly you are given a new market and you're a salesperson, the people that were previously in the system, their immediate reaction, if they're in the socialized mindset, is, how come I didn't get access to that? It's that kind of sort of thought process. All right, and then the other thing that I think is worth thinking about, now that you understand the hierarchy of the learning stuff, is just to say that there is this phrase which I love very much, which is learning is widely and superficially celebrated in the world, and it is not fully enough honored for the true difficulty of its nature. And I quote this to you because it's a credit to you that you've done what you've done. I just want you to understand how important it is that you continue to do what you've done over this last year. I've written this down, that he goes on to say, a person who is willing to put themselves in the learning mold is someone who is willing to say, to acknowledge that I am not adequate and I am not fully done. So the question is, how do you become a bigger version of yourself? And in this hierarchy of development, where do you fit to start with, and how do you actually break down boundaries in order to move to a higher order, if I can put it like that? And the danger, of course, is that if you are not learning, then another quote from either Lawrence Kohlberg or Robert Keegan is, they say, not everyone comes to experience the fullest possibility of being alive. Or put another way, not everybody realizes their full potential. And I think understanding what contributes to full potential is really quite a crucial thing. So being alive is the sort of general social view. Fulfilling our potential is the thing that we really want to make sure we focus on. So if you look then at learning, what kind of learning environments should I be attracted to and gravitate towards? And from our point of view, what sort of learning environments should we encourage you to be a part of? In order to do that, you have to understand that learning is about putting yourself in a position where you are comfortable with recognizing that I am inadequate. So what is a fertile space for learning? First of all, that it's safe. So I'm happy to leave my comfort zone. So can we create an agreement between people in the room, and between faculty and delegates, and between delegates and delegates, and between sponsors and people who are actually doing the studies, that we can have a safe space so that we can leave our comfort zone, because that's the way in which we break down boundaries. Secondly, that the problem is not about the world, it's about me. It's about my limitations. They talk a little bit about the way answer to the question, why do humans need to develop? And the bottom line of that very long story and esoteric story is that humans need to develop in order to survive. It's as simple as that. The situation we find ourselves in, pick a context, whether it's the country today and our upcoming political elections, whether it's more globally, the wars that are going on and all of the terrors that come with that, whether it's broader than that again in terms of the environment and what needs to be done there. We need to develop in order to survive. The other part of a fertile learning space is I'm willing to say that I'm inadequate. I acknowledge that I could be more. And then the last two little elements, which I'll finish on, is I need forms of challenge that I cannot easily solve. And I need good problems in order to grow. And you know, I did my MBA study so long ago I can hardly remember, but the one thing I will absolutely never forget is working in syndicate groups. The irony is that doing a PhD is a doddle because you work pretty much on your own. The thing about working in groups is that you have to work with other people, and there's all the issues about the inequities of what that system looks like. And what you need to realize is it's not about the content that you're dealing with. It's not about the case study that you're trying to crack. It's not about the quality necessarily of the presentation that you're about to do. It's actually about being able to handle a situation where someone comes into that environment and says, listen, I did accounting as my undergrad qualification. I'll do this particular problem. I'll do our homework for this. And you guys can go off and have a drink, or you can each split up other tasks that need to be done where you've got specialist skills. And if you are somebody who's in the right frame of mind from a learning point of view, you'll recognize that that is hugely problematic. The fact that you don't get an opportunity to tackle high quality problems means you don't get an opportunity to learn. And it's something that's worth looking out for. It's also something that if people have mental health issues, feel insecure, feel they lack resilience, and so on, it's something you should embrace, is the idea that problems are the currency of learning. And the more complex a problem is, the more you're going to shift boundaries and move yourself up through the hierarchy of development. So then, in answer to the question, what are we celebrating? If you'll forgive me, I'm nearly there. I wrote down a couple of thoughts for you. So it would be understandable if you said, what I'm celebrating is the fact that I survived this course. It could be as simple as that. It's just like, I wasn't sure that I'd get through it. Or you could say you're celebrating getting a prestigious Stellenbosch certificate. Or you could celebrate being in a position to get ahead or to be promoted. But the question is, what is an enlightened alternative or additional view to that? And the academic who crafted this whole idea of the constructive development theory basically says, well, the alternatives might be that we celebrate the opportunity to pay it forward, or we celebrate the opportunity to work better in the service of the communities that we serve. But ultimately, we recognize that we need to embrace more complex problems. And that we need to find problems that are worthy of ourselves in terms of our learning, because they stretch us. So I hope you feel that you were stretched. I hope you feel that you have just taken a step on the journey rather than you've come to a conclusion. I take nothing away from the incredible work that you've done and the fact that you should celebrate that. But I do challenge you to find out what it is that you do with this learning going forward. So let me just add my own very warm welcome. I'm delighted that you've come together to enjoy this moment together. Thank you and have a very good time. Thanks very much.
Chris, thank you very much for those words of wisdom. I want to latch on to the point that Chris made. You know, we believe that, you know, as you come on these programs, as you embark on these learning journeys, we empower you. And part of the responsibility is also to go and spread the word. You know, go back to work and really apply in your business, in your work environment, but not just limited to the work environment. You know, go back to where you are, you know, your places of religion, where you play your sport, where you practice your hobbies. So we have a responsibility. As a matter of fact, as a wise man once said, you know, with great power comes great responsibility, Spider-Man. Okay, ladies and gents, so as the participants walk across the virtual stage this morning, they will not only be receiving a certificate from SBS Ed, they will also be joining a network of Stellenbosch Business School alumni. Now, our alumni network is made up of almost 35,000 graduates from across the world who achieve success in managerial and leadership positions. The vision of SBS Ed and Stellenbosch Business School is to build our brand and to offer the most desirable alumni association in Africa. Now, to tell you a little bit more about this exciting opportunity is one of our past alumni, Selma Sidat. Selma joined us online, and Selma, before I hand over to you, just by way of introduction, Selma is really an exceptional ambassador for Stellenbosch Business School and indeed the Alumni Association. Selma is the Executive Director at the Instructional Leadership Institute, where they focus on the development of school leadership teams in South Africa, and specifically the South African government and low-fee schools. Selma has over 20 years experience in the private sector and in international development. She's consulted to governments, companies, higher education institutes, and non-profit organizations on impact investing initiatives with the aim of driving investment into development of women and youth in Africa. She currently lectures at the Stellenbosch Business School on leadership and strategic management. She holds an MBA from Stellenbosch Business School. She also has additional qualifications in development finance, project management, and human resource management. She was awarded the Top Achievers Award for Best Research Assignment in any master's degree. That is special. She was the Business School's Alumnus of the Year 2020 for social impact, and more recently, she was a finalist in the 2023 Santam Women of the Future Awards in the category of social entrepreneur. Selma, a warm welcome to you, and over to you then.
Thank you so much, and I'm really excited to be with you today. So, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, distinguished guests, and most importantly, the graduates of the Stellenbosch Business School Executive Development Program, a very warm welcome to this momentous occasion. So today, we're not just here to celebrate your academic achievements, but also to herald the beginning of a new chapter in your professional journey. And it's really an honor to stand in front of you as an alum of this esteemed institution, and I'm deeply humbled to share this milestone with you. So, as we reflect on our time at the Stellenbosch University Business School, we're reminded of the transformative power of education, of the networks you've built, of the responsibility we carry as graduates. The ethos of responsible leadership has been ingrained in the fabric of this institution. And today you join the ranks of individuals that are committed to leading with purpose, integrity, and a profound sense of responsibility to society. You now possess not only enhanced skills and knowledge, but also a very powerful network of fellow graduates, faculty members, and industry leaders. And I think, to quote what was just said, with this privilege comes great responsibility, a responsibility to contribute meaningfully to the development of not just your organizations, but to the broader South African and African landscape. Equitable development within our continent is not just an aspiration, it is an imperative that falls upon your capable shoulders. So as leaders, you are tasked with driving positive change, fostering inclusivity, and championing sustainable practices. The skills you have acquired here are not merely tools for personal success, but they are actually instruments for societal progress. The choices you make, the strategies you implement, and the values you uphold will ripple throughout the business world and shape the future of our continent. So I'd like to invite you to really embrace the concept of lifelong learning. The world is dynamic, and successful leaders are those who remain agile in the face of change. So be open to new experiences, challenge conventional wisdom, and view every obstacle as an opportunity for growth. In doing so, you not only ensure your personal and professional development, but contribute to the collective advancement of our society. I want you to remember that the true power of leadership lies not in individual achievement, but in collaboration. The relationships you cultivate during your time here, with your peers, with faculty, with the institution itself, are invaluable. And the Alumni Network is not just a directory, it's a reservoir of knowledge, mentorship, and collaboration. So I really invite you to maintain those connections, for they will serve as a source of inspiration, guidance, and support throughout your entire career. And I want you to remember that mentorship is a two-way street, though. Seek guidance from those who have walked this path before you, but in turn pay it forward by guiding those who come after you. Collaboration is really the cornerstone of progress, and as responsible leaders, it's our duty to foster an environment where collective success is celebrated. So in conclusion, you are not just recipients of the qualifications you obtain today, you are actually torchbearers of responsible leadership. The skills, networks, expertise that you now possess are tools for positive change. So embrace your responsibility with enthusiasm, lead with integrity, and let the values instilled in you here at the Stellenbosch University Business School Executive Development guide you towards a future where success is measured not just in profit margins, but in the positive impact that you make on the world. I really want to congratulate you, the class of 2023. May your journey ahead be as remarkable as the one that brought you to this moment. Thank you.
Salma, thank you very much for that. I fully agree with what you're saying. You know, one can never appreciate enough the power of collaboration, the power of relationships. And I think, well, I know, you know, we form such valuable relationships on these programs that one would be foolish not to explore that, not to optimize that even more. Thank you very much, Salma. All right, ladies and gents, we're going to move on to our keynote address, Dr. Morné Mostert. We have the privilege, we have the honor of having Dr. Morné Mostert with us this morning. Many of you would have met him. He's facilitated on many of the programs. I know he was also involved with the Executive Development Program this year. So you will know that, firstly, he has a very special, and I mean special in a very positive sense, but you know, a very special kind of humor. But he is, so maybe just a bit of background. So Morné is an international executive advisor on strategic foresight. He's currently the chairman of the academic board of the Dutch technology company smrt.bio. He is the creator of the Mindset Index, excuse me, the leading global scientific instrument for the assessment of mindsets. I think all of Morné's CV and resume is very impressive, but I suppose what really impresses me is the fact that it has been confirmed by the presidency as Commissioner of the National Planning Commission in South Africa. He's also a full member of the Club of Rome. Full member of the Club of Rome. He's worked in Geneva, Paris, London, Rome, Dubai, Turin, Madrid, as well as many African countries. So for those of you who don't know what the Club of Rome is, it is not a strip club. It is, in fact, a global think tank. Members are economists, scientists, politicians, business leaders from across the world. people are specifically and very specially nominated to become a member of the Club of Rome and then a full member of the Club of Rome as well. They aim to address global challenges and promote sustainable development. Morné, we're looking forward to your chat with us. Thank you very much and a warm welcome.
Thank you so much, Thijs, for that lovely introduction, and to Dr. van der Hoorn for his support on the props. My mother would have been proud, Thijs, I think. Ladies and gentlemen, colleagues, graduates, honored guests, what an enormous privilege for me to share this incredible celebration with you as we welcome delegates today from 52 countries. An astonishing footprint that SPS Ed has developed all around the world. And we welcome not only our special delegates, but also their loved ones. We know it has been a tough journey, and for many of you, because of the demands of your studies, I know that your romantic relationships have been reduced to little more than smiley faces and kissy emojis. But we welcome also our clients, our fellow facilitators, our L&D managers, HR managers and executives. Welcome all, and thank you for this humbling experience to share the celebration with you. It would have been absolutely wonderful, of course, to be with you in person, but I'll say to you now, as I said to you many times when we were in class together, I know you must still be out there. I have a little secret to share with you. And that is, dear colleagues, that you are my kind of people. You are my kind of people. You have succeeded in an unusual combination which very few people master. Not only are you managers and leaders in large organizations, students of the nature of organizational life, the nature of the self within those organizations, the nature of those organizations in society on the planet. Not only have you been scholars in that domain, but you are also the creators of the economy. Many pursue only one of those, some in the messy muddiness of organizational life without any substantive evidence from any research. Others in the somewhat safe world of theory, theorization. What you've done is something quite spectacular. You have sought a connection between the worlds of research in organizational science and the realities of growing yourself, your people, your institutions, societies, and your planet. You are therefore my kind of people. You have demonstrated, in my view, exemplified, in fact, the quality of responsible leadership. My own interest in the subject of responsible leadership, as you've heard from the introduction, is in the working of the mind. And you've heard already from Dr. van der Hoorn an astonishing theory on the development of the mind. It is, in fact, a coincidence, but perhaps no coincidence at all, that I will develop that idea of the mind in my short address to you this morning. One aspect of the mind is to consider the reality of a mindset. We can think about a mindset in at least three ways. The first way, perhaps, is to think about the mind as something that may set, something that could become fixed, like jelly, or even worse, like cement. Of course, that setting of the mind, you have tremendously challenged in your experience here at SPS Ed. A second way to think about mindset is that your mind is something that you can in fact set, that you can peg, that you can calibrate. This is an astonishing characteristic of the mind, open to all of us, but one which you have pursued in your studies here. A third way to think about mindset is that the mind works in sets, in clusters of ideas, in selections of ideas that seem to coalesce, to collaborate as we construct our own thinking. And those mindsets in the 21st century require a dramatic acceleration, something that advances us far beyond the first three industrial revolutions to a world in which both the frequency and severity of disruption is now the order of the day. And there are risks, of course, for the mind to set. I got permission from Dr. van der Hoven just before your graduation to give you one more examination. It's a multiple choice question. Let's see how you do. Select one of the following two and decide which of the two is an insult and which one of the two is a compliment. Are you ready? Here we go. Which one is a compliment? Which one is an insult? Here's the first one. That guy is a machine. Is that a compliment or is that an insult? Here's the second option. That's your imagination. Which one is the compliment? Which one is the insult? Now, in the first industrial revolution, that guy is a machine would be a compliment. And one of the traps we stepped into in that first industrial revolution is to set the machine as the dominant mental model for the mind and for the way in which humans behave on the planet. But machines lack imagination. In Afrikaans, for example, people say, "Hy's 'n eyster," by which they mean he exhibits the qualities of an unbreakable machine. I posit to you, ladies and gentlemen, that in the 21st century, we need much more imagination than machines. One of the dilemmas that we faced in that machine mindset is the idea, of course, that we discovered something quite astonishing, something called the line. And I've brought some props for you just to illustrate that. We discovered something called the line. We fell in love, you might say, with the line. For one thing, we discovered in the early 20th century the power of the line in forms of production. And you can hear, even 250 years later, 2.5 centuries later, how the remnants of the machine mindset is still with us. Think about the language you use every day at work. If you're appointed as a manager, you become a line manager. If you have to communicate something, you must do so down the line. If you misbehave, of course, you're out of line. And your job as a manager is to bring people back in line, especially when you feel they've crossed the line. In business, you often extend a line of credit. You can't deal with everything in the meeting. You have to take some of it offline. If you're in business, of course, you have only one job, and that's profit. That is the bottom line. That is where your managers will draw the line to make sure your staff are strategically aligned. And heaven help you should you ever miss a thing called a dead line. But the line I declare today to you, dear colleagues, is in fact dead. For a mind to function optimally in the 21st century, it needs to be something that is dynamic, and your minds have engaged with many concepts over the last several months. And it's fascinating to consider the relationship between the mind and the content that you've encountered, and those relationships can take on various forms. One metaphor is to think about those minds engaging with something really rather concrete. What's the difficulty with that? Well, both shapes remain intact. There's no development of the mind, and there's no real development of the content either. And that metaphor really has become utterly outdated. Another version that we might consider is something like a ball that has a degree of flex in it. It has an interesting quality in the sense that it exhibits what you might call resilience, some bounce back. As your mind engages with the world around it, the challenges that you face, it may have the ability to bounce back. And as virtuous as that quality is, here's the dilemma. The shape of the ball now is exactly the same shape when it comes back to me. That, I would argue, is an insufficient quality. for 21st century requirements of the mind. There are various other metaphors that perhaps we can use. Perhaps if you're more fruitful, such as the lemon, you will see that there's a difference in the reaction between the ball and the lemon. For one thing, the ball can bounce and the lemon just doesn't come back to you. Perhaps we could consider the operations of the mind in terms of its flexibility when it's been, let's say, inflated, hopefully not with ego, but with the enormous amounts of learning that you've experienced over the last few months. If we examine the metaphor of the mind encountering this kind of knowledge, some kind of tremendous flexibility is present, but of course you know what happens. Based on the example of the ball, the one risk is simply that it returns to its previous shape. Another is that if it lacks its own inventiveness, what you've heard Keegan call the self-transformative mind, it simply cannot deal with the pressure. For a short while, it responds to the environment, but then it cannot survive the imminent extinction from the challenges it faces. So perhaps other options are possible. We know that perhaps utter destruction is possible. Think about the fragility of the mind, exemplified by something like this glass. And if it were to encounter something rather robust, like a challenging environment, it will suffer the consequences. And the dilemma there is that it will never return even to its former shape. So the mind is an immensely intricate thing to examine. It doesn't yield easily to the senses and to metaphors present around us. We could perhaps attempt to explain it in slightly more exciting terms. I think some of my props have been stolen by Dr. van der Hoven. But we might think of the mind as something that while not belonging to any of the parts, as we might say in complexity theory, nevertheless emerges as it interacts with elements around itself. It produces a quality that doesn't belong to any of its constituent parts, but nevertheless, if you'll forgive the metaphor, creates light around it. We know the risk is that that energy will eventually subside. And so for that reason, perhaps what we could do before it does is to make sure that that energy is transferred to the world around us. That gives life to our minds beyond our own thinking, encourages us to think about the intricate networks around us, of ourself but other selves, of our organizations, of our society, and indeed of our planet. Ladies and gentlemen, the risks of the lack of agility in the mind in the 21st century is enormous. When we examine the extent, the frequency, the severity of disruption all around the world today, we need paradigms of mind beyond the line. So, in conclusion, may I suggest to you, do not yield to the line. Do not stand in line. Do not even get in line. And certainly, do not wait in line. Whatever you do, do not toe the line, and above all, do not get your mind in line. By all means, cross the line. Let your mind evolve through lifelong learning. The mind is beautiful, artistic, fluid, creative. It's not possible to revert to so-called basics in the frequency and severity of disruption we face today. All risks and all opportunities can only be found in the future. Why investigate anything else? The risk is that the current model can only ever produce the current future, which is patently, utterly undesirable. But in the apparent randomness of the mind lies its majestic aesthetic appeal, its staggering capacity for inventiveness, and full creativity. And in our time of severe disruption, the world needs your fluid and creative mind. Dear colleagues, my kind of people, I have full confidence that your mental abilities will reinvent the future we now deserve. Thank you.
Well, I thank you very much for that. That is a line I will certainly remember. But thank you for sharing your wisdom with us. It's you know, I've listened and have been in conversations with you many, many times, and every time we have a conversation, I learn something new. Yeah, thank you very much for that. All right, ladies and gents, we're now going to move on to our virtual presentations of the certificates and awards. So just in terms of the process then, the names of those who have successfully completed the various programs will be read out and displayed on the screens. This will be followed by the announcement of the top team, and that will then finally be followed by the Director's Award for the top student in that group. And this sequence will be repeated for all the various programs. Maybe just quickly about the Director's Award for the top students. So on these various programs we have, there are individual assignments that are to be completed. And then the student who obtains the highest average for these assignments are then the recipient of the Director's Award. The top team award, a couple of our speakers have already mentioned this morning the value of teamwork. And so the top team award then, well, on these programs, people work in what we call syndicate teams on either a challenging project within their work environment. On the senior management program, these teams would adopt an NGO or small, medium-sized enterprise and work with them on strategic projects. Now, this often is where the real learning happens. Really then is about the application of the content that they've been exposed to on the program and applying this in practice, working in a team context on solving a real world, real issue. So that the top team award then goes to those teams who have who obviously got the highest mark. The team assignment consists of the teams compiling conducting research, compiling a document, and then doing a presentation. So, and this is a tough job. You know, in the work environment, people have hierarchical power, and you can give people instructions. Working in the syndicate teams, we don't have that. Then it really is about your ability, or one's ability to influence. So, just to confirm then, we will start off with a management development program. We have 11 cohorts. After the 11 cohorts, we'll take that short break, that 5-minute break. Remember the smokers, double clutch. That will be followed, once we get back, after exactly 5 minutes, will be followed by the senior management program with 6 groups, and then we'll end it off with the executive development program. Now, just to remind you again, I'm going to ask Kevin Henderson to introduce the management development program. Once Kevin has done that, we will then start with our proceedings. I'm going to ask you then to please remember, turn on your sound and go wild. So, Kevin Henderson. So many of you, I'm sure most of you have met Kevin. Kevin he normally does the orientation. You know, when you start on the program, when the program commences. Kevin currently works as the proposal and design specialist at SBS Ed. Kevin initially studied to be a teacher. So some of you might even have had exposure to Kevin prior to joining SBS Ed. He's also a clinical psychologist, something that we desperately need at SBS Ed. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you so much, Thijs, for that wonderful introduction. And I sincerely hope that we don't need a clinical psychologist at SBS Ed. Thank you so much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. And what a privilege to be with you this morning. I'm so grateful that Mornay gave me permission to respectfully step out of line. So I want to do that by I've changed what I was going to say because Mornay gave me permission to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, actually what I want to say is Mornay is a shining example of what we at SBS Ed see and experience, and our participants in particular experience when they are attending our programs. High quality faculty, high quality learning process facilitators. Kevin Ansbro says, there's no greater honor on earth than to share one's wisdom with those who seek it. And our faculty and our LPFs at SBS Ed certainly personify Ansbro's statement in that they indeed revel in the opportunity to share their wisdom with a very captivating audience, which is you, ladies and gentlemen, our students and our participants, and those of you who will be awarded this morning with your certificates. So as we celebrate, or getting ready to celebrate with our participants of 2023, please allow us to also to express our sincere gratitude and acknowledge our faculty and our LPFs for 2023. Faculty and LPFs, your investment in the development of the leaders in our society, and particularly in South Africa, is commendable and highly appreciated. We are indeed honored and grateful that you choose to partner with SBS Ed. And hopefully this relationship is one where high quality faculty, high quality LPF chooses to be with a high quality business school. We're sincerely hoping that this relationship will continue to grow, and not only grow in future, but will grow from strength to strength. At this point, we're getting ready for the very, very important event, which is why we are gathering here today. Before we get to that, allow me, you will see the slide on the screen, maybe just allow me to quickly share some of the stats that is important to the Management Development Program for 2023. You will notice that we are so proud to say that for 2023, we had 341 participants going through our programs. What is even more remarkable is that our participants are not only coming from South Africa, but also from other countries as well, and in actual fact, 7 other different countries. And 31 industries were represented by the participants on our Management Development Program, or MDP. Now, you may wonder, so why is that significant? The significance, ladies and gentlemen, is exactly because of the networking opportunity that this presents to our participants and our delegates. And at this juncture, allow me then to encourage you to continue building that, as Ms. Sedat said earlier on, continue building and use the network that has been created while you're on the programs, but more importantly, as you also continue to become a member of the Alumni Association as well. So let me say something about and introduce the MDP, or the Management Development Program. The Management Development Program focuses on enhancing entrepreneurial thinking. It also equips middle managers with the skills necessary to remain agile in a volatile world and respond effectively to organizational challenges. The program provides insight into best practices in management, emphasizing the importance of not performing their management roles in isolation. At the same time, it reinforces the need to facilitate strategic and performance-related integration within and among the teams that you as a manager will lead. As we're getting ready to celebrate with the successful participants, may I remind you at this time, as Thijs already asked you, they've asked you to be quiet earlier on, switch your mics off. Now is the time to switch on those microphones as we celebrate, make some noise as we celebrate with our successful candidates. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Start cheering, everyone.
Well done, next one. Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Yes, well done.
Well done, guys.
Well done.
Well done, Sean.
Well done, guys.
Well done.
Well done, Zora. Well done, Talisha.
Well done, Bob.
Well done, Bob.
Well done. Well done, Francisco.
Well done, Berke.
Pedro, well done. Well done, Pateka.
Well done, guys.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Pateng. One.
Well done, well done.
Well done.
François.
Well done, Francois. Well done.
Well done, well done, Khalid.
Well done, Jolene.
Well done, guys.
Well done, guys. Well done.
Ossi.
Well done, everybody. Hello. Well done, everybody. Well done.
Well done, guys. Well done.
Well done, everyone.
Well done.
Well done, guys.
Well done.
Well done, everyone.
Well done, everybody.
Congratulations, everyone.
Well done.
Allah.
Tasha.
Well done.
Well done, Fab 6.
Oh, congratulations, Kushangu.
Well done, Rista.
Congrats, everyone. Congratulations.
Congratulations, guys. Congratulations.
Well done. Congratulations to everyone.
Well done.
Hey, well done, guys. Well done.
Synergy Innovation.
Well done.
Wow.
Well done.
Wow.
Go.
Well done.
Done, Miriam.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done. Well done. Woohoo!
Congratulations.
Well done, ladies. Well done, guys.
Here we go, let's go.
Yes, it's our turn.
Good time. Well done, Sandra. Well done.
Well done, everybody.
Well done.
Well done.
Dexter.
Well done, Dexter.
Well done. Well done.
Priscilla.
Bismillah.
done, Linda.
Yeah.
Okay, the
Well done, Julio. Well done.
Congratulations.
Done, Julio.
Done, Ryan.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah, Oscar.
And guys, well done.
Team.
Anyway.
Well done, Linda.
Yeah.
Well done, Yanga.
Thomas.
Thomas.
You want to get
Well done, guys.
Well done.
Done for. Well done.
well done, I'm freeze.
Leo, well done.
Well done.
Well done, TFG.
Why is it not in order?
Well done, guys.
Well done. Well done, guys. Well done. Well done, guys. Well done, my friend. Oh, Monique, well done. Well done.
The cameras, guys.
It's a melee. Well done. Woohoo! Well done, Adam. Done, Adam.
Ali. Hello, well done.
Done, Spinello. Well
Well done.
done. Well done.
Tejo.
Well done. Please.
Bongga.
Well done.
Guys.
Well
Well done.
done, well done. Everyone. Well done, Nigel.
Brenda. Dan Brenda.
Congratulations.
Billy, well done.
Congrats, Victor.
Well done, man.
Well done, Isaac. Isaac. Done, Isaac.
Yeah.
It's all done.
Well done, guys.
The friend. Well done for Ryan. Right. Well done. Well done, guys.
Congratulations.
Well done, Yaksha.
See. Well done. Well done, Conan.
Dan kawan.
Well done. Well done. Well done, guys. Simpiwe.
Beware.
Simpiwe. Oh my God. Sama Nala.
Well done, Jason.
Dan Jason.
Well done, Jason.
Yes, well done.
Done. And well done, guys. Well done, Nicole.
Sandalo. Well done, guys. That is amazing. Fantastic.
Guys, big fun.
Next time. Wow. Well done. Yes. Dan Tanya. Dan Tanya. Isaac.
Zeke.
Well done, guys. And Isaac.
Isaac, well done.
Isaac.
Done, Isaac.
Well done.
Well done, guys.
Well done. Well done, guys. Well done, Alfios. Well done. Done, everyone. Well done, guys. Well done.
Henry, Jeremiah.
Well done. Well done. Well done, guys. Well done.
Done, everyone.
Well done, yeah. Done, Nadine. Well done. Well done. Yeah, well done. Well done, well done. Well done, guys.
Well done, guys.
Well done, Valley. Well done. And Cindy. Well done. Well done, guys.
Well done, Maggie.
Come on.
Well done, Lindo.
Just holding hand.
Yeah, well done. Well done, man. Good. Well done. Please. Well done. Well done, Rooster. Celebration.
Well done.
Well done, Merrick.
Well done. Please.
Means well done.
Well done.
Patricia.
And well done.
Yeah, I can hear you. Well
I can't hear you. So I said, sending the people only at the mic.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Celebration, my friend. Well done. Well done.
done, Tabiso.
Hey, Gabiso. Congratulations. Congratulations. Alfred, well done.
Well done, Alfred.
And Willem, knock it on. Well done, everybody. Yes, oh, Abi.
Well done, Obi.
Well done,
This
Abhi.
person, my friend, well done. Yes, Peter,
Well done.
Profeka.
Well done.
Done.
Well done.
Super.
Well done, guys.
Journey, well done.
Yes.
God, this is to me.
Well done.
Well done, Kumla.
Well done, Zama.
Enggak.
Well done, Trudy.
Well done, Trudy. Well done, Trudy.
Well done, Leon.
Well done, Sonia. Well done, guys.
Well done, Anthony.
Well done. Henrik.
Hendrik.
Henrik. Well done, Henrik.
Excellent time.
Well done, guys. Well done. done, Johan.
Nice, well done, group. Nice one.
He's a MDP. We are senior management, SMDP. After
Yes, Robert.
Well done,
Well done.
Well done, guys.
yeah, where on the video? Yeah, Robert D. I.
Well done, Angelo.
Our class is gonna be next after this one. This one is
Well done. Well done, Okay, John.
Uyisinya wena izovela kodwa lana uMay.
Hey, Craig.
Wow.
Well done, your son.
Well done, Daryl.
Well done, Torres. Thank you. Jabun.
Oi.
Hey, Chilo.
Rowan.
Well done, Kaya.
Well done, Mubin.
Done, Mubin. Well done, Costo.
Felix is not Marlon.
Well done, guys.
Well done, Kathy.
Well done, Kathy.
Hey, Amy, we love you, Amy.
Well done, Charles.
And right.
Right.
Good, Colin.
Well done, Colin.
Well done, Buron.
Well done, Derek. Derek.
These pictures are fantastic. Well done, guys.
Hey, well done, Anthony.
Well done, Anthony.
You can make it quick in that graduation ceremony I talked about. But the mic is not so.
Well done,
Well done,
Jules.
Sia.
Derek.
Well done, Derek.
Well done, Stefan. Well done, Sipo. Well done, Jessica. Well done, Julie.
Done, Julie.
Assalamualaikum. Yasin. Well done, Yasin. Well man. Finish. Well done, finish.
Well done, Smash.
Well done, Smash.
Good morning.
Well done.
Well done, John.
I still doing like it was ever.
Well done,
Well done, Dawood.
Hey, Selman.
Fish.
Well done, Emilio. Well done, Emilio.
Well done, Junita.
Well done.
Well done, Andres. Well, Natasha. Excellent job. Oh, Bonga.
Well done in the BSO.
You can congratulate them while they're going to come back. Yeah.
Well done, David.
Well done, David.
Well,
Stephen.
Nana.
Sunny. Three.
Well done, Yaxine.
Zahid. Tanya.
Lanjut Tanya.
Well done, Tanya. Well done, Shalia.
Well done, Shalio.
Galio.
Well done, Rita.
Well done,
Rita.
Done, Gretchen. Well done, Bianca. Ya, dia terkelingkan PCR ya.
Well done.
Buenas sekolah. Well done. Great one, guys.
This one.
Oke, naman.
Karen.
Heidi, well done, Heidi. Well done, Heidi. Eugene, well done.
Well done,
Haley.
Done, Haley.
Andre.
Great picture.
Smangele. Nasib.
Well done, Nasib.
Run.
Go Potter.
Karen. Well done, Karen. Well done. Visa.
Visa.
Well done, Visa.
Well done,
Noxie.
Noxie.
Thank you.
Well done, Damien.
Damien.
Well done,
Nula.
Well done, well done.
Paco.
Sepo.
Circle, well done.
Sandra. Well done.
Sandra.
Sandra. See, well done.
Cheering each other.
In Atlanta. Well done, buddy. Well done.
Well done.
Put my
Well done, guys. Well done.
Well done, guys. Now, Nitro.
Oh, well done, well done, well done. Overachiever, well done, Chanel, well done.
Congratulations, Chanel. Oh,
Well done. Wow. Wow, well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Hey, well done, Reg. Congratulations.
Well done, Reggie.
Well done, Reggie.
Fantastic. Alanyaku. Well done. Well done. Well done, Ashley. Congratulations. Hey, Karen. Well done. Great, Karen. Well done. Mama.
Well done.
Hey, Kili, well done. Congratulations. Celebration. Don, Martha Don, well done. Water, well done. Happy, well done. Hey, Lucy. Congratulations, Kristen.
Well done, Lucy.
Kendra, well done. Well done. Well done.
Henry, well done.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Well done, ladies. Well done.
You bukan aku lawan.
Well done.
Hey, Capoe, well done. Good job, man. Excellent. Tom?
Nizam. Done, Nizam.
Marius, well done. Philip.
Marius.
Philip. Well done, Vinay. Excellent.
Well done, Vinay.
Congratulations.
Hi, Vinay.
Oh, fabulous. Well done. Mr. Luckman. Oh, well done.
Well done, all for one.
Well done, guys.
Well done.
Well done. Congratulations, Mr. One.
Well done.
One. Mr. Daniel, well done. Mr. Bridge. Gone.
That's Suzanne.
Excellent.
This one, Tati.
Well done, Susie. Well done.
Well done, Shirley.
Go Shirley. Well done, Shirley.
Yeah. Well done, well done.
Matilda.
Hey, Rahul, now we're talking.
Rahul.
Oh, yeah.
On, go on.
Ollie.
Well done.
Gideon.
Gideon.
Well done. Well done, Olive. Well done.
Oh, well done, Leroy. Leroy.
Well done, Leroy. Well done, Leroy.
Well done, Leroy. You go.
Wow.
Well done.
Well done, Jesse. Oh, well done, Jesse. Terence.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done. Well done, Lexi.
Well done, Lisa. It's
Well done.
Yes.
well done.
Well done, Tanta. Well done, Lucky.
Lucky.
Well done, Lucky.
Yes, no, no, yes, girl, yes, no, no,
Well done, Sia.
gosh.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
You so well done.
Blue. Hey.
Well done, Captain. I've been about good. What is up to? What did they? About the fireworks.
Excellent.
Danielo.
Well done, Daniel.
Good, well done.
Listen, can I check?
Thank you.
Well done, Daniel.
And Daniel.
Hey, Daniel, congrats.
Daniel, well done.
Yeah.
Congrats. Congrats.
Not Peter.
Well done. Azim. Well done.
Well done.
Correct. So I'm just trying to track back.
Well done, Jaco.
Well done, Nicole. Yay!
That will be something.
Well done, well done.
In those communications, where was it installed as well?
Vincent,
You're making good at photographer, guys.
Well done.
Proud of you.
Well done.
So that peel is trying to
Well done, Vincent.
Okay. So we have to do it. Okay, so we have to do it similarly.
Well done,
where we
well done, everyone.
Well done. Listen, lots to feel good and proud about.
Yeah.
23. Well done. Well done.
The wonderful journey.
Congratulations,
Oh,
guys.
you can take it. Okay.
Well done, everyone.
Okay, bye.
Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations, everybody. And they announced mine.
Wow.
Oh no.
Pickup lines in the retirement home.
I was talking my own shit.
Well, and a hearty congratulations to all our MDP delegates and, of course, all the MDP teams. Very well done to all of you. We're now going to take that leg stretch, the 5-minute leg stretch. So I'm checking in here with the boss, and on my watch it is now 11:06. So we'll reconvene. We'll give you 1 minute's grace. How's that? So we'll reconvene here at 11:12. 11:12. See you back here promptly 11:12. Thank you. Enjoy it.
No, I also tried out with the office, so I couldn't make it with Marina. Easy online.
So remember that Aban Bago Firanza. Masjid. Okay. Okay. And those Zamata Sala Panse.
Ready. Right, ladies and gents, welcome back. Welcome back. It's on the dot 11:12 or thereabouts. Welcome back. We are now, before we proceed with the Senior Management Development Program, I'm going to just remind you again to please turn on your videos. We're going to just do a brief introduction about what is the Senior Management Development Program all about, and then we will proceed with our actual procession. So the Senior Management Development Program, I've been very fortunate that I've been part of the Senior Management Development Program for a number of years. And so the idea with the Senior Management Development Program is it assists participants, delegates, to make this transition from working in an operational function moving into a strategic role. So it's a totally different change in mindset. Where typically we would say when we work at an operational level, we focus on the efficiencies, we focus on how do we do things. But now when we move into the senior management in a more strategic role, we ask different questions. Now we ask the question about why are we doing what we're doing? What should we be doing? So it's a change in mindset. And it's an exciting, well, certainly in my mind, a very exciting challenge. And as I mentioned, I've been involved with the Senior Management Development Program for a number of years in the role of a learning process facilitator, where my role is really about, as a coach or as a mentor, helping people make this transition. Now, before we proceed with the procession, so this year, just to quote some stats, we've had 212 participants come through this programs. We've had six intakes, 6 cohorts. We've had delegates from across numerous industries, 27 as a matter of fact, coming from 8 countries. And again, to the point we made earlier, Kevin made the point, Salma made the point as well, about the value of building relationships, of collaboration, across these various industries. So, but without any further ado then, we are then going to continue with the Senior Management Development Program procession.
Well done, Lily. Well done. Well done, Randall.
Unmute yourself.
Hey, Ryan.
Well done, Ryan. Congrats, Ryan. Hey. Ayah. Well done, Joy. Congratulations, Mom Joy. Hey.
Well done, Melanie.
Melanie.
Well done. Need to have a photo.
Stephanie. Oh, well done, Nico. I'm coming up.
Well, Samu.
Well done.
And then Sandra.
Yes, Sandra. Congrats.
And then Sandra. Well done. Well done, Tilani.
Congrats.
You took a bomb.
Congrats, Bella.
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 Well done. Well done, Martin. You better have a photo.
Vamos, Karina.
Well done,
Congrats.
Well done, David.
That's David.
Well done, David.
Oh, David.
Well done, Rian.
Mr. Nigo Golden set. Good stuff, Rian.
Well done. Congrats.
Well done,
Hey, steady, steady.
Good
Good enjoy.
Congratulations, Joy.
Well done, Yan.
Agobas. You go, Agobas. You go.
Well done, yeah.
Well done, Daryl.
Daryl.
Congrats, Daryl.
Thanks, Daryl.
Thank you.
Well done. Well done, Melanie. Well done,
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, well done.
Elizabeth.
Congratulations.
Well done, Kumi.
Well done. Congrats. Hey, congrats, team.
Wow.
Wow.
Shot team.
Hey. Lilo.
Team.
Hey, Kalesh. Well done. Brilliant, Kalesh.
Last year.
Excellent.
Oh, hey, Mandla.
Well done,
Please. Jason.
Well done, Jason.
Go, Jason.
Well done, Jessie.
Well done,
Well
Lee.
done, Lou.
Well done, Alicia.
Thank you. Well done, Brian.
Brian, well done.
Well done, Domenico.
Well done, Domenico.
Well done, Dominico.
Well done, Michael.
Well done, Mike. Mike. Well done.
Well done, Eden.
Congratulations, Eden.
Well done, Nemo.
Well done, Nemo.
Well done, Smithy.
Well done, Sinead.
Simone, well done. Congratulations.
Well done, Simone.
Well done, Yan. Well done, Yan.
Well done.
Well done, Yan. Well done, Russell.
Well done. Well done,
Well done, Leniska.
Well done. Well done, Leniska.
Well done, Noah.
Well done, Noah.
Well, Noah.
Well done, Ishla.
Well done, Esther.
Well done, Maxi. Well done, Elias.
Elias, well done.
Well done, Olbabalo.
Well done, Jackie. Well done, Ulbabalo.
Well done, Well done, Pona.
Sandel, well done.
Well done,
Well done.
Well done, Tandika.
Well done, Tandeka. Awesome stuff.
Well done, Robert.
Well done, Robert.
Ah, Mr. Nisi. Well done, sir. Good stuff.
Well done,
Well done, Pielo.
Well done, Mike.
Last one. Well done.
Well done, Mike.
Well done, Senior.
Yeah.
Culture.
All the best.
Well done, Lungelo.
Lungelo, well done.
Lungelo. Geneva. Tinggi. Anak tinggi. Tinggi. How old are they?
Well done, Francisco.
Ah, well done, Teresa. Well done, Joe. Well done, Corinne.
Well done, Teresa.
Well done, Vega. Well done. Vega.
Well done, Rebecca. Zanelle. Well done.
Well done.
Zanelle, well done.
Well done, Zanelle.
Humiliating. Well done, Cheryl. Well done, Cheryl.
Peter.
Well done, Yakubus. Well done, Praise.
Well done, Praise.
Well done, Francois.
Well done, Justin.
Well done to the
Well done, Sean.
Oh, familiar. Oh, yeah.
Well done, Michelle. Yay, Cornelius.
Well done, Ricardo. Well done, Ricardo. Well done, Ricardo.
Well done, Michelle.
Well done, Ricardo.
Well done, Ricardo. Well done, Colisa.
Well done, Pioneer. Oh, wow. Well done, Pioneer. Well done.
Well done, Pioneer.
Well done, Pioneer.
Well done, Lanisha. Woo!
Well
Well done, Lanisha.
Well done, Magnus.
Magnus. Magnus, well done.
Joe.
Well done, Joe. Well done. Well done, Julia.
Well done, Marie. Well done, Sean.
Well done.
Well done, Stefan.
Well done, Stephen.
Well done, Serena. Well done, Serena. Well done,
Congrats.
Well done, Brandon.
Robin.
Well done, Robin.
Well done, everybody.
Congrats, everyone.
Well done. Well done. Tracy. Well done, Tracy. Lumpy. Well done. Well done.
Well done.
Well done, Colin.
Well done, Colin.
Disciple.
Well done.
Disciple.
Well done.
Well done.
Yeah, Nigel. Nigel.
Well
Nigel.
done.
Oh, Nigel.
Well done, Cora.
Woohoo, Tara. Woohoo, Tara. Wow.
Lily. Yay. Well done. Matthew.
Well done, Matthew.
Well done, Matthew.
Well done, Matthew.
Well done, Candace.
Well done.
Candace.
Oh, Magnus.
Carlos.
Well done.
Carlos.
Pintu.
Leon.
Well done, Leon. Leon, well done. Go game changers. Well done, Penny.
Well done, Betty.
Well done, Penny.
Nancy.
Well done, Nancy. Well done, thank you.
Xavier, well
Let's
done.
go.
Well done, Xavier. Well done, Lindo, well done. Lucky Lane.
Yes.
Well done, Jody. Jody. And Kat.
Daniel. Well done, Daniel.
Well done, Daniel.
OMG. Sylvia.
Done, Olivia.
Joy. Well done. Joy.
Well done, Joy. Well done, Frank. Let's
Well done, Max.
Well done, Frank. Well done, Frank. Patrick, well done.
Well done, Patrick. Patrick. Well done.
Well done, Kaya.
Well done, Kaya. Lechu. Well done.
Yeah, well done.
Well done.
Sita. Pagili. Well done, Tiara. Well done.
Well done, Kepo.
Well done, Kepo.
Congrats.
Well done, Kepo.
It's almost fullness.
Ibrahim.
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 Well done, Itimile.
Well done, Ponisile.
Well done. Well done, Bonnie. Well done. And Crystal. Well done, Crystal. Well done, Jason. Well done, Onion. Well done, Spell. Well done, Spell.
Well done, Kap.
Well done, Scott.
Manit.
Well done, Minute.
Manit. Yes.
Well done, Minute. Come on, Sean. Okay, changes. Well done, Sean.
Well done, community squad. Well done, guys.
Oh, wow. Community squad.
Well done, Colin. done, guys.
Well done, Mori.
Well done.
Well done, Andrew.
Well done, Andre.
Well done, Elsie.
No, there's a lot of people.
Well done, Jolene.
Well done, Jolie.
Oh, last day.
Last day.
Well done, Crystal.
Well done, Crystal.
Ryan.
Well done, Ryan.
Greg.
Well done, Greg.
Jacob.
Well done.
Yeah, I'll find
Choco.
Well done, Mommy.
Well done, Mommy.
Well done, Mommy.
Well done, Kev. Tumelo. Hey, Tumelo.
Go, Mati.
Well done. Okay, leadership.
The program. Belum kucaran dia jika payah masuk kucaran men. Boleh washo sama bang. Oh ya, no bano boleh.
Hombre. Well done, hombre. Now, Poncho.
Hey, Poncho, well done.
Sudah kali.
Kennedy.
Well done.
Congratulations, Kennedy.
Oh no.
Well done, darling.
Well done, colleague.
This is our turn, guys.
Jalan Daniel.
Yo! Daniel!
Well done, Robin.
Well done, Robert. Mark. Well done, Mark.
Hey, Mark!
Definitely the best looking group.
Done it, Sof!
I'm muted.
Good job.
Your favorite person in the planet.
Well done, Tiamo!
Robin, done.
Well done, Robin!
Well done, Robin.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, big.
Come sit here next to me, man. Get in my screen. Congratulations, Clay. Well done, Kim.
Well done. Well done, Karen.
Well done, Well done.
Well done, Sando.
Well done, Kando.
Sherry, well done. Done.
Rocking the welcome tea here. Dana Yanda.
Yanda.
Well done, Ayanda.
And it's completed.
Clap everyone.
Alles yan.
Done.
Lucky. Lucky.
Well done, Lucky.
Well done, Lucky.
Warren!
Warren!
Well done, Warren! Warren!
Miguel. You go, Miguel. Well done. Make us proud.
Well done. Well done, Peter.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Yo.
Wow.
Kunju.
Well done.
Well done, Joanna.
Well done.
Well done, Mark.
Well done, Mark.
Well done, Mark.
Well done, Mark. Yeah. Congratulations.
Jonah!
Well done, Jonathan.
Well done, Ned. Well done, Ned. And let's go.
Let's go, well done.
Let's go. Well done, Connie.
Well done, Connie!
Well done, Stuart. Oh, Stuart. Well done, Ivan. Hi, Linda.
Well done,
Melanie.
Well done, Milan.
Yo, Linda. Well done. Hayden.
Well done, Hayden.
Well done, Hayden. Well done, Michelle. Thank you. Oh, that's still on. Steven. Zach.
Well done, Zach.
Well done, Professor.
Hai bukas.
Well done, Miki. Julius, well done. Well done, Funny, funny. Itu online, aku tahu sih online.
Well done, Anban. Well done, okay.
Good done, bro. Well done, Andrew. Well done, Angeline. Well done.
Well done, Angeline.
Chiru, well done.
Well done, guys.
Yes.
Well done,
Yeah, Jonah, you get quiet. That was nice.
Well, congratulations to our Senior Management Development Program participants. Well done to all of you. Well done to all the top students and to those top teams. You've deserved that. Well done to you. Now, with the Senior Management Development Program, we are fortunate in the sense that we have a relationship with the Lincoln University in the UK, where once delegates have completed the program, they then get X amount of credits towards completing a program, undergraduate degree, with a Lincoln University in the UK. This is as a result of a long relationship between Lincoln University and Stellenbosch Business School Executive Development. Now we have Professor Tracy White from Lincoln University in the virtual room with us today. Tracy is an Associate Professor, Learning and Innovation, and also the International Lead for Southern Africa. So Tracy, welcome to you. And we're going to ask you to tell a little bit more about this relationship between SBS and Lincoln. And then, of course, also the bursaries that you offer to the top students. Tracy, welcome, and over to you.
Thank you very much, Tace. Good morning, everybody. As Tace says, my name is Tracy White, and I'm an Associate Professor from Lincoln International Business School at the University of Lincoln. And I'm joining you from the UK today. First of all, I'd like to thank my colleagues at SBS Ed for allowing me to participate in this wonderful celebration of your success today. I'm deeply honoured to share this special day with you all, and I'd like to convey my congratulations to each and every one of you on your achievements. It's great to be able to have these award ceremonies to celebrate your success. And through your studies, you've shown strength, motivation, and engagement in your programmes, and have succeeded in balancing work, life, and study, which demonstrates your resilience, which I'm sure you know is a crucial characteristic of a great leader and manager. But, and most importantly, you've not done this alone. You've worked with each other. As you'll be aware, great things in business are never done by one person. They're done by a team of people. And as you continue on your journey, I hope you continue to learn and become a lifelong learner. As you go, be curious, discover new ideas, open up new avenues and possibilities for yourself and others. Lead by example and inspire people. And most of all, be kind. It doesn't cost anything and it means the world to others. So the University of Lincoln, as Tay said, has had a partnership with SBS Ed for over 15 years, and it provides successful graduates of the SMDP the opportunity to progress onto an undergraduate top-up degree. That's the final level of an undergraduate degree. And we value the SMDP along with your work experiences as being equivalent to 240 credits, leaving the remaining 120 credits for you to complete. And you can do this through our work-based and distance learning programs, which are delivered online. And we have top-up degrees in business management, HRM, logistics management, and engineering management. So if you're looking to progress with your studies, this is one opportunity which is available to you. This year, the University of Lincoln and SBS Ed are awarding 2 bursaries. One from each of us of £1,000 towards the fees of the programme to the top 2 students with the highest overall individual results. And we've seen many SBS Ed students join us and go on successfully to achieve a Bachelor of Arts with Honours degree and graduate here at Lincoln at the Cathedral. So to all of you from the SMDP, I'm now going to announce who has won the bursaries. And this year, for the first time, we have a tie for the top marks of 85%. And the 2 SMDP students are Jonathan Chitake and Michelle Jones. Congratulations.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done,
guys.
Congratulations, guys.
And wow.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. That's awesome.
Congratulations. Well done.
Congrats, guys.
Well done, Jono and Michelle. Well done.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well done.
Well done, Jono. Well done, Jono. Well done, Michelle. Congratulations. All that hard work has paid off. Jono, those long conversations you and I have had, Michelle, all those phone calls, all paid off. Well done to you.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
All right, ladies and gents. Well, now you can go and celebrate Michelle, Jono. We got permission that you can take the rest of the day off. You can take it off, go somewhere. Jono, if you're welcome to go off down to the beach, take the day off. You've deserved it. Right, ladies and gents, thank you again. Thank you also to Tracy, and it really is a great opportunity to further your studies with Lincoln University. We are now going to be moving on to the awarding of the Executive Development Program certificates. And before I hand over to my colleague, Kevin Henderson, who you've met, maybe again, just some interesting statistics. So this year we had 62 participants on the program, having successfully completed the program from 8 countries. Now that's quite special if you think about it. 62 participants from 8 countries and across 14 different industries. So really something special. And again, to the point that we have made previously, such a great opportunity for cross-industry collaboration. But to formally introduce and tell you more about the Executive Development Program, I'm going to ask Kevin to join us up here on the stage.
Thank you, Thijs. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that it's been a long morning, so Jono and Michelle, don't go to the beach as yet. We still need to go through this part of the program as well. I'm very proud to be sharing some background information around the EDP. I tend to develop quite an intimate knowledge of our participants on the EDP, as every year when people apply, I process those applications personally. And every year it's quite difficult for me to sort of exercise the selection, simply because of the high quality of the applicants that we do receive on our program. And so indeed, the EDP for us is what we would like to see as a flagship program at SBS Ed. So what is the purpose of our EDP? The EDP for us supports the need for executives to appreciate a global perspective and an understanding of global markets. On the EDP, executives develop an appreciation of the systemic nature of the shifting landscape whilst balancing the corporate scorecard. The EDP will enables them to apply cognitive and adaptive thinking to support their strategic leadership decisions. At the same time, participants are equipped to deploy creative workforce strategies, which serves them well in enhancing their workforce diversity and manage organizational performance. You've had a taste of the quality of the faculty that we have on our EDP in our guest speaker that you've met earlier this morning. So our faculty are really subject matter experts, which are complemented by guest speakers, and all of them have multinational experience. And so in addition to the world-class faculty that we have on our EDP, our participants are aptly supported by the Executive Leadership Integrators, or also known as the ELIs. And the role of the Executive Leadership Integrators are to develop the participants' leadership practice throughout the program. And this really happened through integration of critical reflective practice, systems thinking, as well as responsible leadership. The ELIs also assist the participants to hone their leadership capacity and develop future-fit leadership practices. For this year, 2023, we've used 2 executive leadership integrators by name of Sarah Babb and Shane Bradley Johansson. And as we're getting ready to celebrate with those participants who will receive their certificates, join me in inviting the ELIs, or Executive Leadership Integrators. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Babb and Shane Bradley Johansson.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
It really has been an honor and a privilege to be an ELI this year. In particular, the cohort of the 2023 EDP have been exceptional. Congratulations to all of you graduating at this time. I found the experience to be really engaging. I really appreciated the sincerity with which each of the executives really grappled with what it takes to do what we heard earlier from Morne and Dr. Van Overen about stretching their minds, really thinking critically about how to not only lead businesses effectively, but to be responsible leaders for our continent as well as for our planet. So the process and the experience was really seeing that grappling sincerely, challenging one's own thinking, growing one's thinking, and seeing this come to fruition in changing daily perceptions of seeing oneself as a leader differently, seeing the role of business in society differently, and even making some different daily decisions as leaders as a result of the EDP. And this is just so fulfilling and rewarding to see. So thank you so much for the opportunity to journey alongside with you. You've grappled, I almost think of you as the mini AU because of, as you mentioned, the 8 countries. So really having a representation of different countries across this continent, and not only engaging with the content, but also how to work collectively as a group remotely and across such diverse industries, including public and private, has been quite something to experience and witness. And to then produce not only individual assignments and reflection, but a group business-driven action learning project, which each of these will have a huge impact on shifting the sustainability of a sector. So not only did we see thinking, relationships, and groups grow, but actually the impact of the work will be tangible in everyday experience as leaders and in the group. So thank you so much. Such a rewarding and enriching process for all of us. And congratulations again on my behalf.
Absolutely. And Sarah, I think, what stood out for me was just the nature of an all Africa representation with, a good healthy 70% of the individuals actually coming from neighboring countries in Africa, outside of South Africa. I also really enjoyed just the professional nature in which they engage themselves. And with that, the humility to really, like you said, grapple, the eagerness to learn, the eagerness to challenge even lecturers on some of their views, and not just take everything and digest it, but to really grapple with that and say, what can that mean for me? Especially when it comes to making a difference to this planet. I think, in many of the individualized essays, just seeing people grappling with that at even a personal level. So how do I change my carbon footprint? Which is where I think all good leadership begins, is it begins with self, and then also being able to make a difference at a much greater level. And then amidst all of that, I think something I appreciated was the fact that, while we're working hard, there was no loss of humor and joy. And so being able to not only work hard together, but to play hard together, I think this has been an absolutely exceptional group. Congratulations, everybody. Well done. Well done.
Congratulations,
Congratulations. Well done.
Congrats, Salma.
Congratulations, Salma.
Hi, Salma.
Hi, Salma.
Hi, Salma.
Josephine, congratulations.
Josephine.
Please. Well done, Helen.
Congratulations, Helen.
Well done.
Leadership.
Congratulations. Thank you.
My brother. Big guru. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Charles! Congrats!
Thank you.
Well done! Congrats!
Happy Lily. Congratulations, Salama.
Where's what up here? Congrats, Dunga.
Congrats!
Hey, well done.
Yeah.
Done. Well done. And Mr.
Congrats, Marcia.
Well done, Moshe.
Well
Well done. Congratulations. Well done, Francis. You, Doug. Hey, Patricia. Well done. Congratulations. And Musa. Thank you.
Musa!
Cornelius, well done.
Hey, thank you.
Leandro!
Well done. Yeah, well done.
Congratulations, VP!
Oh, well done.
Well done, David.
Oh, yeah.
Yay. Oh, well done. Good. Done.
Well done, Chilindi.
Well done, Lindy.
Done.
Rafaela, well done.
Well done. Done. Well done,
Dom.
Well done. Congratulations.
Well done, Karen.
Done, Karen. Hey, David. Good job, man. Well done. Milestone. Thank you.
Lorraine.
Hey, Diale. Well done. Congratulations. Good work.
Well done, Dile.
Congratulations. Okay, thank you so much. Well done.
Well done, Gisbertus.
Well done, Zulu.
Congrats, Johannes.
Congratulations. Absolutely well done. Yeah, thank you.
Well done, Jonathan.
That's pretty good stuff, eh? Well done. Well done, my friend. Good job. Well done,
Mercy.
Thank you.
Ali baby!
Yeah, no problem. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Well done. Good job. Yeah, thank you. Well done.
Congrats, Kai!
Thanks so much. Well done. Congratulations. Congratulations. Well done. Come on. Come on, man. Right on. Done. Well done. Yeah, better. Well done. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Ansha, congratulations and well done. Thank you.
Well done. Well done, everyone.
Well done, everybody.
Congratulations.
Super. I think now we're going to be talking about the group that has done so well in terms of their BDAL, and there are a good couple of things that are important when it comes to this. One of the things that's really important is that they get to work with a team, as a team, and collaborate together amongst very demanding schedules. And that's definitely something that's just stood out. I think also the fact that they were able to
Can you mute it?
Can't hear you. No, we've just lost Shane.
yeah.
There we go.
There we go. I'm unmuted.
Yep.
All right. So I'd like to, just chat a little bit about just the BDAL and that particular project. And as you heard from Kevin earlier on, it really needs to make a significant difference to the Sustainability Development Goals of the United Nations, and not just at a localized level, but even at a greater level. And it's always a close call to know who comes out on top over there. And this year was absolutely no different. I think the other thing is also to make sure that it's not just a good idea and something that we hope to see happen one day, but that it actually is rooted in real business and have a real impact on real people's lives. And so with that, we'd like to also be able to have the announcement of the winning BDAL project, who have really, gone above and beyond in terms of all those things that I have just mentioned. So if we all hold with bated breath
Congratulations, Nictus Group. Really well done.
Congratulations, guys.
Excellent stuff. And yeah, thank you.
Well
for
done,
all the
Nictus
work.
Group.
Well done, congratulations.
Well done.
Congratulations.
Well done.
Well done.
Done for
Team.
the team.
Congratulations.
Well
Congratulations,
done.
Lectures.
Excellent
Well
stuff.
done.
Congratulations to the Nictus Group for winning this title, and to all the groups for all the contributions you made. And I have the honor to introduce the top student. And I think there are three things that stood out for the top student this year, and this is over and above the grades. So the grades are considered, but over and above that, this particular participant shared and much of her expertise and contribution in the class. She also was stretching her thinking throughout and showed a willingness to learn despite expertise. So alongside that was the capacity to stretch her mind, to really grow her thinking, and throughout the program apply herself to this end. So it really was quite remarkable to see the tackling of each assignment, the challenging of her own knowledge and thinking, and being able to integrate that in a way that she could apply that in her everyday leadership role as well. She was inclusive, contributed to discussions and debates, and creating meaning in the class, as well as a sense of camaraderie in her syndicate as well. So we would really like to congratulate this top student for the learning, for the leadership, for the contribution to the class overall. Mersha, congratulations.
Well done, Mersha.
Congratulations, Mersha. Well done.
Well done, Mersha.
In the bag. Well done, man.
Congratulations, Mersha. Wow.
Excellent.
Well done. Well done.
Mersha, we see you, and we'd like to invite
Well
you
done, Mersha.
impromptu to share a few words, and congratulations to you and thank you.
Wow.
If you are okay to share a few words, thank
and
you.
you might see my family, because I sent them all off to Caledon saying, "Oh, don't worry, I'll just do the online graduation. You guys don't have to be here." It's like, it's been an amazing journey. Team Amoya, you guys rock. You changed me, you have stretched me. If I could do it all over again, I wouldn't do it with any other cohort. To the ELIs, you have been amazing. To anyone else considering doing this, don't hesitate. It's been an amazing stretch, a wonderful experience, and I would do it all over again. Thank you so much. This is a surprise. Leandra, I was convinced it was you.
Thank you, and thank you to everybody, and congratulations to everybody for successfully completing this and being journeying alongside each other in the stretch. Thank you. Well done, everybody.
Congratulations, everybody. Well done.
Well, ladies and gents, a hearty congratulations to all those participants on the Executive Development Program. I think in closing, it's opportune that we give a last round of applause to all of those who walked across this virtual stage this morning. So please turn on your sound and let's go wild. One last round of applause to all of the participants on all the various programs.
Well done, everyone.
Everybody.
Well done.
Linda.
Well done.
Well done,
everyone.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Taste. Thank you, Taste.
Congratulations. I mentioned earlier to Jono and Michelle that we got special permission that they can take the rest of the day off. But actually, we just had a phone call from all your different companies, and you all can take the day off. You don't have to go back to work. You can take tomorrow off, and you can take next Friday off as well.
Okay.
That's a long one. People to be fired. Thanks, guys.
So, yeah. ladies and gents, we've really come to the conclusion of the certificate and award program. It is now just at that point where we want to do the final thank yous, tributes, and farewells. So firstly, a heartfelt thank you to Selma Sedat, our alumni representative, Prof. Tracy White from Lincoln University for the bursaries to our top SMDP students, and then of course our keynote speaker, Dr. Mornay Mostert. I'm sure you'll remember that line. There are so many moving parts in these professional development programs. So to try and isolate one person is virtually impossible. So I think firstly, I would like to thank and acknowledge my fellow facilitators for their invaluable contributions on these different programs. Thanks are obviously also due to the program managers and the support teams. Without their hard work and grind every day, none of what we have achieved here would be possible. Of course, we have to thank our clients, the learning and development colleagues and decision makers who made all of this possible as well. I'd also like to take a moment to acknowledge, I'd like you, as a matter of fact, to take a moment to acknowledge your own colleagues in your organizations who have picked up some of the slack, I'm sure, while you have been on this program. And finally, of course, appreciation is due to your supportive families and loved ones. They have walked this journey with you. They too have earned your Stellenbosch University certificate, and now, no doubt they have missed you. Finally, of course, you, the delegates of 2023, deserve a big round of applause. To work and actively engage in these challenging programs is no small feat. You should be immensely proud of your achievements. So, ladies and gents, with that, we've actually finally come to the end of our proceedings. We'd like to thank you for trusting us to be your learning partner. Enjoy the rest of the day, and we hope to see all of you come back to join us on future programs. Thank you, and goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Everybody, well done.
Bye.
Bye.
Everyone.
Bye.
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 Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, ndofuna ndidzinyamuka ndemukatipeza tishandise zovala kuti mutenge ndibweretse pamenepo kapena mubwera basi pakuno. Okay, muli amuna kali pa
Sole